caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 248 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with Nick Theories. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the top 5 quarterbacks entering the 2025 season under the most pressure. The NFC East drama involving Micah Parsons and Terry McLaurin, both requesting trades. And a few thoughts on Hard Knocks episode 1. And then we're going to break down the AFC and the NFC West. What do you want to start with tonight? You want to talk about a little bit of Hard Knocks?
We could do that.
Well, it's fresh. Yeah, we'll go a little bit of Hard Knocks. What did you think about it? Because it was your guy.
Wow. Holy shit, man. Do they love Josh Allen? And I'm not even talking about the fans or anything. I'm talking about the ownership to the coaches. I mean, they reiterated 100 times, do not touch our quarterback. He is our ticket to get to where we want to go. That's crazy.
You noticed that too?
There was some mad respect in there. So, like, it's well-deserved. He's the MVP for a reason, right?
Is your volume off?
No, why?
We'll turn your volume off.
Why? No, my volume was off. See, you're tripping, bro.
248, we got it.
You would have already heard it. Anyway, let's get back to it. Another thing that stood out to me was the owner asking Sean McDermott about how the defensive backs were looking this year. He was also asking about the rookie corners and how Tre'Davious White looks, who came back after coming from the Rams and the Ravens. So that was interesting to me, but he knows the catalyst or the reason why they were losing is because that defense was weak as shit in the playoffs. And it had nothing to do with Josh Allen. It was that defense is giving up 30 plus a game in the playoffs, and that's a recipe for disaster. That's the reason why they haven't gone to the promised land. What did you notice about episode 1?
Josh is beloved in there. Like that he's the king.
From like the just fans or just the entire
the fans, the organization, like you said, like I caught on to that too. Do not fucking touch him. Like, period. And it's so funny because his style is more on the reckless side, but it's like when it's during practice, like do not lay a finger on him. And I'm sure it's that way for Burrow, especially because injuries and Mahomes and stuff. But to see, like, I love that it's not a trash ass team. Like, it's a prominent team. A prominent figure like Josh Allen is what, the third at worst, the third biggest draw outside of Mahomes and Lamar. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? One thing I noticed too, I don't know how you feel about this. I mean, I know you don't like Sean McDermott, but like, I feel like Sean McDermott, like he has zero charisma. He's not galvanizing. Like when he's trying to like pump the team up in the meetings and shit, like I'm just kind of watching him and I'm thinking, in my shoes, if I'm sitting in that room, like I'm just looking at him like, yeah, like he's got no hype game.
I'm not gonna cap, the first speech he had, I was just like, I had no idea what he was talking about.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
It was kind of like, damn, this is the guy that's leading my guy. You know what I mean? Like, nah, hell no, man.
There's nothing like, there's nothing gravitating about him. So, like that's what I got off of it. But I thought it's really cool when Josh was in the stadium. And how they designed the stadium where the wind will not get to the surface level, which I was like that's I don't know, that's pretty crazy shit.
That's dope.
With like the science of it and everything. I mean, like I saw a lot of people were saying like, oh my God, the pussified era, they're taking it out of the game. But it's like, why would you want to play where the ball is fucking getting caught up and win?
Yeah,
like,
make sense.
Yeah, is Josh Allen used to that being in Buffalo? Yeah, but it also affects him. Mm-hmm. Like you can be used to it. Like Tom Brady used to wear the swimsuit, the cold suit, but it's like, why?
Yeah. Well, when it snows, they're not preventing that. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it'll still be there, but no, I love it. My biggest thing about it, like, I just love that it's a good team. Like, I love that it's not like a shit team. Like Cleveland this year would have been good because of the drama with Shador. But overall, I was happy with it. I'm excited for next week too. Cause I will say this about Josh Allen though. Like I obviously don't know him, but he just seems like a fantastic human being. Like he's just a good human. Like when he's signing autographs and stuff, he's engaging with them. He's talking to them. He's personable. Like you could just feel like, I don't know.
genuine.
You just feel like genuine,
Yeah.
like just genuinely like a good heart. You know what I mean? Like he's an easy player to root for, especially with a lot of this stuff that, you know, has transpired over the course of his career in terms of like just raw deals.
Yeah, no, it's funny you say that because I feel like this kind of peels back the curtain of who Josh Allen is.
And I feel like
the public.
that is very important. Like today, actually, in work, I watched The Pivot with Ryan Clark, and he had Devontae Adams on. And Devontae was speaking a little bit about that. And this kind of goes into the thing, like I was the biggest Aaron Rodgers like hater, I guess you could say, because I thought that he underachieved in his career. But when you peel back the curtain, I watch him on different podcasts, and I see what he's talking about, and I'm getting a little bit more insight. I'm like, oh wow, I really do kind of fuck with that guy. I like the way he thinks. I like how he's a thinker. And it's not just, you know, like, it's not just a listen to what I say, I'm teaching you. It's just, no, these are my beliefs. Listen to them. Maybe you'll agree with them. Maybe you won't. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was a good episode. I liked it. So
no, it's funny. Did you see that clip with Jamar Chase saying that you have to game plan for Josh Allen and not Joe Burrow?
Yeah, I know. I think that's getting taken out of context though.
Why?
To be honest, because I think what he was saying is that like Joe Burrow has a lot more to work with on his offensive unit as opposed to Josh Allen. Like I was looking at it as Jamar Chase is saying, like, you got me, you got T. Higgins, you got Chase Brown. Like, yeah, the offensive line is mid, but you're not going against the Bengals like we need to shut down Joe Burrow because you have guys around him. When you play the Bills or the Ravens, it's fuck. When you play the Bills, it's all right, we need to find a way to stop Josh Allen. Because Khalil Shakir, nice wide receiver 2 at best. You know what I mean? Like you're not going into there like we have to shut down X, Y, and Z. It's, you know, X, Y, and Z is one person, and it's number 17 behind the center. So
does that factor into like your quarterback hierarchy though? Like it has to, right? Because if he's doing it based on what you're telling me, you're saying he doesn't really have much to work with.
Yeah.
And the reason why, like, you have to game plan to stop Josh, does that propel him in the hierarchy, or does that just, or are you just going off his success? Like, oh, he doesn't have any Super Bowl appearances. He doesn't have any Super Bowls. Like,
it doesn't.
Are you going off of that, knowing what you know now?
It doesn't really change the perspective for me because I just think like Josh Allen's a one-man show. Even when he had Stephon Diggs, and that's not to discredit Stephon Diggs, but I just feel like with Josh Allen, like every time Josh Allen steps on the field, you know electric shit's about to happen. Again, my only critique of Josh has been in the past was just like, yeah, you got to get it done. That's all it's been. Like most of my beef with Josh is defense of Lamar.
Right, but knowing what you know now with the lack of weapons, obviously, right? Just what you alluded to.
Yeah.
And just everything that's going on. And you watch Sean McDermott on Hard Knocks, and you even said it yourself. You're like, I don't understand how they gravitate towards him. It's impressive to me that he took that team to the AFC title game with what he was given.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying on that.
So, like my thing is that, like, yeah, he doesn't have any Super Bowl appearances. Yeah. I get that. But do you think that's a real knock on him in general, or do you think that's an organizational failure?
A little bit of both. The only reason I say that is because I feel like Josh Allen is too talented at this point in his career to not have a Super Bowl appearance.
He's had his chances.
But by the same token, it's just kind of like the organization. It's also the organization's fault because you can't lose a player of the caliber of Stephon Diggs and just think that you're going to replace him with regular ass guys. Like that is a problem because, again, at that point, you are putting so much pressure on one person that if he doesn't have heroic Superman outings, your chances of winning just go down. Like for Joe Burrow doesn't need to go out and throw for 400 yards a game because he has enough weapons that can do the job. Like if Joe Burrow throws a 7-yard slant, Jamar Chase could take it to the house. That's not really Joe Burrow.
But they did draft Keon Coleman.
Yeah, we don't know that yet. Yeah.
You know, Diggs departed, so I got that. But do you think he's going to pan out?
I don't know. I think it's too early for him. I would have liked to seen him pop a little bit more last year. But, I mean, but a lot of it for me is like, oh, and I wanted to touch on this too. Joe Brady should be the head coach of that team. I've been on that wave since 2 years ago when Joe Brady became the offensive coordinator and they fired, I think it was Leslie Frazier, when they fired him and Joe Brady came in and Stephon Diggs, you already saw him starting to be phased out and the offense was doing better.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh Allen's turnover started coming down because he wasn't playing as erratic.
Right.
Those are things that are very, very important. So, and like last year, like, yeah, there were games where Josh threw for $150 and James Cook did his thing, but like, that's okay because when you need Josh to do it, Josh can do it.
Right.
It's just, like I said, that's why last year in that playoff game, do I put the blame on him? Yes and no. Yes, because he had the ball with an opportunity to go down the field and he just didn't do it. So just in my critique of superstar players like that, like, I'm just like, I need more out of you. Like, that is a moment that we need you. However, that team without Josh Allen is nowhere near sniffing an AFC championship game without a select few quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. That's very, well put. So like, let's shift gears here. Michael Parsons officially requested a trade from the Cowboys, and also Terry McLaurin requested a trade from the Commanders. What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's hilarious for the Eagles. Because it's unbelievable to me that right now the Giants are like the second team in the NFC East that is just going about their business. The Giants. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at this, like, if with the whole thing with Micah Parsons, look, they're saying it was a handshake deal. Jerry's now saying he's not even confident he's going to suit up for week 1. But for me, with or without Micah Parsons, the Cowboys are going nowhere. And that's no disrespect to Michael Parsons. I know he's a fantastic fucking player. I get it. He's impactful. I get it. But Michael Parsons is not changing the Cowboys' fortune this year, in my opinion.
Okay. So then saying that, do you think he gets traded?
Yes, because I don't think that Micah Parsons, I don't believe that Micah Parsons doing that trade request, I don't believe that was for show or a negotiation tactic. I actually really believe that Micah Parsons is kind of just like, all right, fuck this, I'm done. Because you got Jerry Jones saying that he won't talk to his agent. Like, I just feel like here's the thing. There's always been contract disputes, but now you have CeeDee Lamb coming on Twitter and saying, just paying. Why are we doing the extracurriculars? They did it with CeeDee Lamb. When I look at the Cowboys, they just look like a dysfunctional organization. And it's just like, why? You have star players. Just take care of them.
See, I also kind of disagree with that, just because I feel like, yeah, it is like a show, but like, to me, that's what the Cowboys are. They're all theatrics. So to me, it's like, yeah, he put out the statement, but I don't think that if you gave him the money that he wanted, he would definitely go back to Dallas. So to me, I don't think he gets traded. I think they figure it out. I don't know when they do. I think something will get done. And if they trade him, honestly, I think that ruins the entire locker room.
Well, I do agree with you.
Because now you're sitting back and you're like, all right, well, what direction are we going as a team? And if I'm over here sacrificing my career, such as Dak, those veterans that want to win, to me, I'm looking at this as like, all right, are we rebuilding? Or like, what's our direction here? Because to me, like, when you go to Dallas, you're looking to win. Not saying that they will, but I'm just saying, like, the star on the helmet, the whole mantra of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, I feel like for my standpoint, I don't think he's going to get traded. I think they're going to figure it out.
I think, though, also too, like, there's a ripple effect here. You got George Pickens. How does he feel confident?
Exactly.
Like, if I'm George Pickens, I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? Right. I just got traded here. I'm on a contract year 2. I want to get paid. I've had my stats hindered. I've had my play hindered. I'm a fucking star wide receiver that people are questioning me because I haven't had good quarterback play. Now I have legitimately good quarterback play, and there's a whole other sideshow on the opposite side of the ball. Like, I don't even think that defense is going to be good this year.
Well, I got to be honest with you. When I look at the situation, though, with everything going on with the Cowboys, I kind of blame Dak, just because it's like, you're making $60 million and you haven't won shit. You haven't even made the NFC Championship game. And you've been in the league, 9 years? So think about that. Like, that's a long ass time that you haven't really done anything to get the Cowboys over the hump.
Yep.
So why are you awarded $60 million? And when you're awarded that, now you hinder the cap. So that's why CeeDee Lamb was having issues last year. And I mean, it's not the sole reason why, but like, it hurts when you have $60 million off the books. You know what I mean? When you have only so much you can spend per year. So to me, I just feel like, I look at that situation and I'm looking at Dak. I'm like, man, like, I don't think you deserve $60 million. I think you could have helped out your teammates to help you win and help your legacy.
I wonder if there's some like in that locker room, like if there's some, this is just like speculation and me thinking, but like, do you think that there's some like vitriol, like where they're just kind of like looking and they're all kind of just collectively saying like, fuck Jerry Jones, we're going to take him for everything he's got because he's always playing games with them?
No, I don't think so. No, I think you played a game to win.
No. I know that, but I'm talking about in terms of contract negotiations, like they're not taking a few dollars off here, a few dollars off there, because it's just like this dude does nothing but play games. So now we're going to play games. However, the flip side of that is like Zeke held out and got his money.
Exactly. He was in Cabo and got his money.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, I just think that Michael Parsons is going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. I mean,
I don't know. It just, for me with Micah, it just seems like it just seems like it got personal.
Yeah, but it kind of seems like it got personal too quick.
That's
like,
my point. And but where you're looking at that, like, that's weird. I'm looking at it as like a huge red flag, like hands up, like, hold on. Something's fucked up here that nobody knows.
Well, what's fucked up is that like the owners are paying the players 2 years ahead, like a year ahead of their contract, because usually they get paid off their rookie deal.
Yeah.
Like they complete the rookie deal and then they become a free agent. You can tag them and then you can sign them to a long term. And that's usually how it used to be. But now it's like players want new deals in like the second, before the contract expires, like 2 years or 3 years before the contract expires. It's like, that's the fucked up part, because I get it. You outperform your contract. That's true. You can always get raises. You can always get signing bonuses and shit like that. But to me, it's like, I just feel like paying a player too early has fucked everything up, in my opinion.
Real fast. Prince Hulk, who do you think wins the Colts QB battle? I think it's Riley Leonard. I don't know if you're a Colts fan, and I mean this in like the most respectful way possible. If Riley Leonard wins the Colts quarterback battle, they got bigger problems than anybody sees coming.
You think so? Over what they got?
You drafted Anthony Richardson 2 years ago with what I think was the 5th overall pick or the 4th overall pick. Like that's a problem. That's a legitimate problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it was a problem if Daniel Jones beats him out.
Yeah, I don't think Riley Leonard is going to sniff the field unless injuries happen and they're a total disaster between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, which is still possible.
It's possible, correct.
Yeah, sure, it's possible. But I don't think Riley Leonard is going to get much burn. I think that the Colts are going to see what they got in Anthony Richardson. Honestly, I think they have no choice.
I wouldn't even fuck with anything. He would be playing. You need to know.
You have to know. Exactly. Correct.
He was drafted way too high for you to be messing around with Daniel Jones.
Agreed.
100%. And the way when you drafted him, you knew it was a project.
Mm-hmm.
Like you knew that he wasn't polished. But again, that's on Shane Steichen and that organization to polish him to get him ready for the game. And now look, you could swing and miss. The 49ers did it with Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
It does happen. They just got lucky because Brock Purdy they found in the 7th round.
Which is crazy.
Which is just luck, because if they don't find Brock Purdy, well, they probably have Sam Darnold.
I don't know. Maybe they go a different route.
Well, no, because Sam Darnold.
The Niners always seem to figure it out with the quarterback position. I don't know what it is, but they always seem to find it.
He's been throwing bombs. He can be a good backup, but he can be good. He led a team to the Natty, but Richardson is thin ice. Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, I mean, like I said, I just felt like if Riley Leonard were to win the competition, I think that's just like a wow thing. That's like, oh my God.
Well, if that's the case,
Anthony Richardson's
just
that
trade him.
bad.
You got to trade him then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Anthony Richardson's that bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I'm not a huge college football guy, so I don't even know where Riley Leonard went. To be honest, I just knew his name as the Colts backup, but like I don't know anything about him from college. But I just wanted to address that real fast. What were you saying? I'm sorry. We were talking about Micah Parsons.
Terry McLaurin.
Oh, Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is the problem in terms of they need to sign him, in my opinion.
And they will.
If they don't, yeah, I agree with that too. But again, it's Terry McLaurin deserves to get paid for all he's gone to. Carson Wentz and Tyler Heineke and all the bum ass quarterbacks he's had to deal with, and then he finally gets like an adequate quarterback in Jaden Daniels, and you're gonna try and screw around now with the contract issue. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think what these teams are doing is stupid. Like now is the time to pay Terry McLaurin while you have Jaden Daniels on the rookie deal. Because if you think Jaden Daniels is going to be what he showed in his rookie year, which there's no reason not to think that, what are you doing? By the time Jaden Daniels is ready to get paid, it's going to be $70 million a year for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Now is the time to extend your best offensive weapon. You're not going anywhere with fucking Deebo Samuel.
Well, the price went up. That's why.
Damn it.
I mean, but what contract do you think that Terry deserves? Like, who's a comp to that?
He went to. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Who's a comp to what? Like, what deal do you expect him to get?
He should probably get around 35 a year. He should probably get around 35 a year. I think he's an A1. I think he's a bottom. He's a back 10 of a top 10 wide receiver.
Do you think he deserves to get paid more than Smitty?
In this scenario, yes. In this scenario, yes. Because he's dealt with so much. He's been there. He's been like the center of it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he needs to get paid. That you got to do right by him because he was putting on.
I mean, $35 million a year is crazy, bro.
I know that, but
I don't think he deserves $35 million a year. I mean, Devontae Adams, I think he got like what, 2 years, $44 million. So to me, it's like, I don't know. I mean, where do you put him? If you want to give him 28, 27, just because you have to, entice the deal because you want him to come back because
he said he wants to have more than DK.
And what was DK's contract?
32 and a half, I believe.
And I don't think he's worth that 32, but
who do you think? Do you think he's better than DK?
Or I mean, I would pay him more than DK.
Okay. So you have him at 33.
DK would be the bar, and I think that's what's the holdup here. To be honest with you, that's a lot of money. That's a big commitment. Hey, he got 4 years, $132 million, bro.
I know.
That's fucking crazy. So what is that? It's over 30 something million. What was that? 33 million a year? Hey, he's getting 33 million a year, bro. 33 million a year. Yeah. And like I think that's overpaid. 100%. Because to me, I don't put him in the Jamar Chase. What was Jamar Chase's contract?
He got 42.
4 years, 161. So he got 40 million a year.
Yeah.
So Jamar Chase and DK. So where do you maybe 35 will get it done then?
That's what I thought. I thought that was a comp. You're getting paid like a 1.
You're getting paid more than DK.
You're getting paid like a 1. You're getting paid for some loyalty. You're getting paid for sticking around and never complaining. But you're not a 38, 39. Like you're not a break the bank type of wide receiver, but you're a wide receiver that should get paid handsomely.
Yeah, but you think it's that much different between Jamar Chase and 35 million, 36 million? To me, I'd rather have Jamar Chase for 4 more million.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's where I think the holdup is, because they're probably looking at this and like, whoa, like Jamar Chase is definitely. Here's the thing: they might think that Jamar Chase is probably not worth $40 million a year, just based on just the logistics of it and the financials of it. But that if that's the bar, then yeah, you might be right. 35 million might have to get it done. And I don't think Washington thinks that he might be worth that. That could be the problem.
Yeah. Well, look, but my point is on that is how do you look him in the face and do that after what he's gone through? And you finally have a quarterback. Like, why are you even trying to fuck that up?
So a projected deal for Terry McLaurin, what would you say? I would say 4 years, 140. There's 35 million a year. There you go.
That's what I was trying to do.
DK got 4 years, $132.
Yeah,
8
4
more
for
million.
140.
Okay,
4 for 140. I would think that gets that done.
Me too.
100%, because it's you're getting paid. You got your new deal. You're more than DK substantially, 3 more million a year. So that's where I would.
Well, here's also the holdup too. Now, I obviously we know that Jaden Daniels is going to have his wide receiver 1 if he were to sign him. But look on the flip side. If I can trade Terry McLaurin and get some value for him, and I know that Jaden Daniels is my franchise quarterback, and I can put a wide receiver in there. We have Deebo Samuel, and then we have Luke McCaffrey, and those are guys on our roster. If you think that Jaden Daniels is really that good, do you think that it's okay to get rid of Terry? If that's the case, do you think Jaden Daniels is good enough to carry that franchise? because he was only in his rookie season.
I'm sorry. I was replying to somebody.
I'm saying, like, do you think that it would be okay if they were to trade Terry? Because on the flip side, I'm thinking, like, okay, Jaden Daniels is really him. So maybe Commanders think that, and they're like, well, while we don't need to pay a wide receiver $35 million, all we got to do is build around him, and he can make us go. As opposed to being, cap strapped to a wide receiver after we're paying Debo $20 million. So maybe that's the thinking.
I mean,
you're putting too much penny into a wide receiver position when you have an elite quarterback that can propel you.
But like,
that's the flip side.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree with that if that's what they're thinking. But I also agree with you should probably pay him. You'll have a certified wide receiver 1 for your young quarterback for, I don't know, the next 4 years. And that's invaluable.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. They're throwing to Terry McLaurin and throwing to Debo Samuel is a massive drop off. And my thing is that you have your rookie quarterback on a rookie deal. Pay the one. You want to make him comfortable. He has to be comfortable. But but there's also like a big issue here, because it's like, if you have wide receivers to work with, it gets held against you. But if you don't have wide receivers to work with, you get criticized for not being able to win.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Like I'm saying, like if with somebody, I don't know, that has a loaded offense like Hurts, they'll say like he has everything around him, it's easier. But somebody like Herbert, they're like, well, he doesn't have anybody. Well, it's like, well, you're telling me that Herbert's way better than him, so Herbert shouldn't need all that. He should just be able to do it with whatever he's got. That's what I don't know. Like, again, with Jaden, it's like he had a great season, caught on at the end, but it wasn't all pretty. It wasn't like he just came out of the booth killing it. Like, they kind of took off right after that Hail Mary shit. They almost lost that game.
Yeah,
it was a Hail Mary, obviously. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like if as an Eagles fan, I could care less. But as somebody who's just talking about football, like, yeah, they should pay Terry McLaurin. If they lose Terry McLaurin, they're in trouble. That offense is in trouble. You're not going anywhere with Debo.
For this year, they'd be in trouble, but I think they would figure it out. I think they can definitely get somebody, not that he would be comparable to Terry McLaurin, but like I said, if you have the quarterback, that's going to make you go.
But you saw, the issue is like you even saw it with Stroud. Stroud had an awesome rookie year, and last year he kind of like middled. Sophomore year, bro. Like, it happened.
I know, but I think it's all about team building, though. Like,
it is, but you saw what the Broncos did.
I'm looking at it from a cap standpoint. Yeah. Like, you're paying a wide receiver $35 million a year, right?
Yeah.
That kind of hinders your ability to maybe build a defense if you didn't hit in the draft. So, if you give, I don't know, Jaden Daniels a better defense, right? Maybe they think that he could be enough to elevate that team offensively. And then that way it balances them out, and they're not giving up 35 points a game. He doesn't have to score 30 points a game. They can win 17-10 a game like that. You know what I mean? Like that's team building.
Yeah.
In terms of being flexible with the cap. That's how I look at it. If I'm an owner, I'm looking at that, in that philosophy. But some owners are different. Some owners are going to pay their star players because then they think they'll hit in the draft. They'll trust their scouting department to figure it out. So I don't know. It's very interesting. That's why teams are always different.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Some teams pay the star players. Some teams don't.
Yeah. I don't care if they do or they don't. I just think they're making a huge mistake if they don't. I think it's a problem. But oh well, fuck them. They're not the Eagles. All right. Top 5 QBs with the most pressure entering 2025. You want to start this? You want me to go? You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Top 5 QBs, most pressure. 5, I got Brock Purdy. Got paid after a 6-11 year. You're paid like a top dog that can carry when the team is not perfect. So I expect just that. Last year, the team wasn't perfect. Injuries, blah, 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 blah. You are supposed to be able to be that constant that carries along when shit isn't going perfect. I don't want to hear nothing. You produce and you win. That's what you got. Number 4, Joe Burrow. You wanted your 2 wide receivers and you got them. You better not miss the fucking playoff again with 2 wide receiver ones. You can't live off of beating Mahomes 4 years ago forever. You can't live off of that. And I love Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. But it is time, bro. You can't be missing the playoffs like that. You're too fucking talented. Tua at number 3. Tyreek Hill's antics Mike McDaniels with the weird shit at press conferences, bro. Every time I watch Mike McDaniels speak, I'm just watching him and I'm like, I almost feel like he's talking like that, like fucking with me. I'm being dead serious every single time. He's on the hot seat, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And then it's like Waddle sneezes, he pulls a hammy. Tua's own injury, his own injury, his own injury history
is crazy.
Like, I just feel like the Dolphins are like a fucking sneeze away from that whole shit just blowing. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else feels like that way. Wolf. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm like, they're like a ticking time bomb of something, of just the littlest thing making that team go south. Yeah. At number 2, I got Caleb Williams. You have everything you need. I was told when you were coming out of college that you were a combination of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Your rookie year was a joke. Jaden Daniels way outperformed you. Bo Nix way outperformed you. Drake May showed more promise than you. Caleb Williams has to get it done. There are no excuses, especially after they showed the way this dude was throwing at the net. I mean, come on. Were you missing the net from 10 yards away? I could do that 100,000%. It's unbelievable that I saw that. But Caleb Williams is not very good, bro. But he's got a lot of pressure on him. And at number 1, we need to talk about it. There is no escaping this. Justin fucking Herbert. I am so sick of the Justin Herbert shit. The dude has lost every single big game that he's been a part of in the NFL. He had more interceptions against the Texans in that one game than he did all season. Routinely just comes up short. Where are I'm so tired of the excuses for Justin Herbert. It is time to put up or shut up. Every time a quarterback list comes out, this dude is number 5, number 6, number 7. He's better than this one. He's better than that one. He's always being compared to the elites. He's always being compared to Lamar and Burrow and, yes, Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. And the dude has won fucking nothing. Why is he constantly just swept under the rug because he looks the part? What is it with the Justin Herbert love? I'm so tired of it. I can't take it anymore.
So how did you define pressure?
Pressure to me is people who need to win, and they need to win now. Like, I don't have JJ McCarthy on here. Fuck JJ McCarthy. I don't have JJ McCarthy on here because it's like, yo, it's your rookie season. You played like 5 snaps last year. I know Sam Darnold did his thing, but I'm not like, there's pressure on him in terms of like, yo, we want to be good. But like, for me, I don't put no pressure on somebody like that for JJ McCarthy. Like, JJ McCarthy, yeah, he was drafted 10th or whatever, but nobody was looking at JJ McCarthy like they were talking about Caleb Williams. That is the reason that I'm giving him some grace. And I think that he deserves that, bro. He sat out his rookie year.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at on that. Trevor Lawrence, he could have been on there, yeah. But like I said, with Trevor, I already know what I think Trevor is. Mm-hmm. Trevor, can he be a good quarterback? Yeah. Is Trevor going to be a superstar like everybody predicted? No, he's just not. He's not a superstar. You would have seen that by now.
Yeah.
He's not a superstar. So that's kind of how I went with that.
All right. So I kind of define pressure a little bit differently. I'm looking at people's jobs here. I'm looking at people, their livelihood could change in an instant, whether they perform well or they do dog shit. So number 5, I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence. I know this is an anomaly, but he has to be on this list because Jacksonville, I mean, they went all in on him. They got Travis Hunter to be a wide receiver. They traded a lot to get Travis Hunter. Now you have Brian Thomas Jr., who's a wide receiver 1. So you have 2 good wide receivers that you have. They're giving him every opportunity to succeed. He was the home run, can't miss kind of guy coming out of college. This is his moment. But the problem is I have him on his list as low as I do is because he already got paid. So to me, he probably has about 2 years that he bought himself just based on the contract alone. So to me, I have him at number 5. Number 4, I got Michael Penix Jr. because I think this is his time to shine. This is where he can make a lot of money. A lot of money. I mean, look, he's in a pretty good spot. He's got Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Kyle Pitts. I don't know. Everybody's saying this is his breakout year. So if that's the case, well, we're about to find out. So to me, they addressed, some of their defensive issues in the draft, getting 2 pass rushers in the first round. So yeah, to me, this is a prove it thing. So if you want to be the franchise quarterback, you got to grab the bull by the horns. And I think this is the perfect opportunity for him. And if he squanders it, they might move on again, So you don't know. because the Falcons just moved on from Kirk Cousins. So how much loyalty do they have in you? That's how I look at it. And number 3, I got Caleb Williams, and he's on this list because Ben Johnson brought him in. Ben Johnson was brought in to save the day for that franchise and also for him. So to me, like, this is a big season for Caleb Williams, and he kind of did it to himself. He became a target, and that's because, you know, he wears the nail polish. He's confident, and it's just who he is. You know what I mean? And you mix all that, and people are looking at that like, I ain't fucking with that, because that's not the normal way of being a number 1 overall quarterback. Am I right? When you're drafted number 1 overall, you're kind of like the man. Like, you're professional, you're focused, you're ready to get into the shit. Like, you're him.
He's her.
Yeah, like, you're the franchise. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like, to me, like, Caleb Williams is in a tough spot, because if he has a really shitty year and Jaden Daniels has a year like he did last year, Caleb Williams could possibly go down as the biggest draft bust of all time,
bro.
And that's just honest truth, man.
Caleb Williams, bro, the amount of pressure on Caleb Williams, like, I don't think people fully understand, like, that. What he is, like, a bad few, and that schedule is tough.
Yeah, but I blame his dad, though, because his dad put a lot of pressure on him, because his dad and him were close, you know, during coming out of the college, going into the draft. They were going to be like, fuck it, we're going to go back to college because we didn't want to go X, Y, and Z team.
There's a few
That's
things.
a problem. To me, that's a problem. You should be grateful to go to the NFL. That's the most prestigious honor any athlete in football world would love to go to.
I just thought it's
not even close.
You know what's funny too, bro? Like,
it's an honor.
The whole thing with Caleb. Sorry to jump in before you finish.
No, it's okay.
But, like, the whole thing with Caleb, like, I just look at it and it's like, you had that cornerback. I forget who the fuck it was on the Bears that said, "Don't bring that Hollywood shit here." He said that.
I forget who.
Don't come and bring that Hollywood shit here. You got to come here and come to work. But again, I just thought of this. Remember when I posted that reel saying that I thought Caleb Williams was going to be a bust and I thought he sucked? Mm-hmm. And that dude was arguing with me, and I said, no good quarterbacks come out of USC.
Yeah.
It's every single fucking quarterback that
Sammy
goes.
did.
Who?
Sammy D.
He had one good season. Fam.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm saying,
no kidding.
When they come out of USC, they are looked at like Matt Leinart and all these people. They come out like, yo, they're ready to go. And it's just different. They don't work in the NFL. I don't know why. I don't know what it is behind it. Maybe it's just like a weird fucking, like a curse or something like that. But I'm just saying they don't. And that fucking dude in there kept arguing, oh, Carson Palmer was great. Carson Palmer wasn't great. Carson Palmer was good. Carson Palmer tore his ACL, was fucking trash in Oakland, and then got resurrected in Arizona by Bruce Arians. And Bruce Arians had Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, Tom Brady. Bruce Arians was the man as an offensive coordinator and a head coach. He saved Carson Palmer's legacy, because if that doesn't happen, Carson Palmer was a bust. Partially due to injury.
I don't know about
I get that. Carson Palmer never won nothing. He took him to the play.
But the Bengals were.
I get that. Joe Burrow figured it out.
Yeah,
but
I know, but it's a different time frame too, though.
Fair, but I'm just saying he had T.J. Houshmandzadeh and Chad Ochocinco and Corey Dillon. He had players, and like I said, a lot of this was hampered by injury.
Henry.
But yeah, Chris Henry. But the problem is that USC quarterbacks don't come out and come to the NFL and go crazy. They just don't. And again, Caleb Williams, if you look at his college stats, he was beating up on bad teams. And I said it was a red flag that he beat up on bad teams. And then when he went against ranked teams, his stats were ass. And then, like, bro, I get it. You lose a game. I've cried on mommy's shoulder. I've done it. I'm also not in the NFL. You can cry on mommy's shoulder, but you can't go jump in the stands and cry on mommy's shoulder. You can't do that, bro. You have to lead a group of grown men. You're crying on your mom's shoulder for losing a game, and then you're walking around there, yo, with red fingernails. I'm sorry, man. I'm calling it exactly what it is. That shit doesn't fly. I know we're in a little bit different of a time zone, but there are more of me than there are of that.
I got you. No, I agree with that too. I mean, it's unfortunate. I think
it is unfortunate.
I think he made himself a target coming into the lead, and when you don't perform well,
the target gets bigger and bigger. It comes with the territory. And look, here's the thing: if you want to do that shit, you want to paint your nails, you want to be flamboyant, you want to be yourself. That is perfectly fine. But you better make sure when you go to work, you work. Yeah. You better make sure that you are good enough to have that type of shit. You see Joe Burrow walking around with the sunglasses and the outfits where he looks like he's going to paint somebody, paint a room. But Joe Burrow puts on. Josh Allen right now could go paint his fingernails whatever color he wants, and nobody would say shit.
Nah, because he can ball.
Because he can ball.
Right.
That's the problem.
All right, so go back to the list. At number 2, to me, is a combination, Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. We just touched on this, ironically enough, but to me, AR5 has a lot of questions he needs to answer, whether it's his health, his accuracy, his consistency, and making the right reads. He throws a really great deep ball. I get that, but he can't hit a fucking 5-yard out to save his life. So to me, like, I think he needs to make that leap, but I don't think his style of play is going to make him last the whole season. So I'm expecting to see Danny Dimes at some point in the season. And if I'm Daniel Jones, yeah, there's a lot of pressure like when he goes in. I'm looking at guys like Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith getting lucrative contracts, and this could be his one and only chance to get one if he can lead the Colts to the playoffs, or if he could look great, if he could step in there and look like a whole different quarterback than he did in New York. Daniel Jones could absolutely get a decent contract. So to me, I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, Daniel Jones has a lot of pressure, especially when it comes to his future in the NFL and also his financial situation moving forward. Now, the number 1 quarterback with the most pressure, dead ass, the most pressure this year is Kyler Murray, cuz Kyler Murray is 36-45 as a starter in the NFL. He has 1 playoff appearance in 6 seasons. It's time to rise to the occasion now, bro. There's no more excuses. There is no more excuses. He has quite literally the best tight end in football in Trey McBride, and they drafted a guy named Maserati Marv. That's his nickname. And you're telling me now people think that he's a bust and he can't play anymore? I think it's the other way around. I think the excuses have to stop for Kyler Murray. They gave him weapons, and now this is his time to shine. And I got to be honest with you. There ain't no way in hell I've ever seen this before. Trey McBride was 4th in the NFL between wide receivers, tight ends, and any other position in catches. 4th with 111. He didn't score a touchdown until week 16 of last season. That's not an indictment on him. That's an indictment on the quarterback and the offensive scheme in general. But you got to get your guy the ball.
I'm so sorry.
Even if you're a franchise quarterback and you have an elite tight end and he doesn't have a fucking tight end till week 16, something's wrong. You have a big problem. That's a problem. So to me, I think this could potentially be Kyler Murray's last crack at being the Arizona Cardinals quarterback.
I'm so sad because I didn't think of Kyler, and that would have been great for
Kyler
me to
Murray
go
is
off on
it,
Kyler, because Kyler Murray is 1,000% under pressure. Because I've been saying this shit since he's been drafted, bro.
They got
Kyler,
James Conner. I didn't even mention him.
Yeah.
He's good.
I've been saying this, man. I've been on the Kyler Murray wave, bro. I was dead fucking right about him for 5 straight years, bro. Kyler Murray is a bust. Kyler Murray is not good. Like, yeah, he's got some skill. He's an athlete. He should have been playing baseball. You cannot win playing quarterback at 5 foot tall. If you can't see over the lineman, on top of having poor work ethic and bad study habits, the chances of you succeeding just keep going low, and low and low. Kyler Murray, I don't know, man. We need Mike. I need answers, bro.
I'm not saying that he can't do it. I'm just saying right now he's got the most pressure because he's got it. In my opinion, when I look at the Arizona Cardinals offensively, there's no way he can't put up 4,000 yards. There's no way, and he's never done that. Kyler Murray has never thrown for 4,000 yards. He fell short of it. It was close, but he's never done it.
Interesting.
So it is interesting, and I didn't know that until I dove into the stats. But I'll give him some slack. I mean, he was hurt in 2022 and 2023, missed a lot of time. But last year he was completely healthy, and they were 8-9. They're a mediocre team.
Could Kyler Murray win the Super Bowl with the Eagles roster?
I don't believe so. I don't have enough evidence that Kyler Murray can lead that team. I saw Kyler Murray go 8-1 and finish and lose the division.
He was 7-0 too.
Yeah, they were 7-0 and didn't win division. How the fuck do you do that?
That was when I said that was that was the year that Odell Beckham had more passing yards than him in the third quarter.
I was laughing about that.
The third quarter of the game, and Odell had more passing yards than him. I would have traded his ass on the spot.
I forgot about that. Yo, that's so true.
All right, let's stay with the AFC West. I'm sorry. Let's stay with the NFC West. Speaking of Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals over or under 8.5 wins?
I got over here, dude. And it's weird to see. Yeah, I got over. I like what they did this offseason. Like, truthfully, they got Josh Sweat. They got Calais Campbell. They got Dalvin Tomlinson for their defense. Like, those are good players for Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon gets his players to play for him. They were 8-9 last season. I expect, them to pick it up offensively with Trey McBride and Maserati Marv, in the second year. They got Michael Wilson, James Conner. Like, they have talent on that offensive side. To me, the question mark becomes Kyler Murray, like we talked about. But to me, I think this Arizona Cardinals team could definitely get 9 wins. I'm going to take over.
All right, so I was just messing around on that reaction. I think the Arizona Cardinals win over 8.5 games. I actually think the Arizona Cardinals can win this division, to be honest with you, because I think there's a lot of other shit going on that we're going to get into. But I think the Cardinals, I got them over 8.5 wins too. And it's not because of Kyler. It's their entire unit. Like, I actually think they have a good football team. I do. Yeah. And I think Jonathan Gannon, could coach a little bit.
Me too.
Like, when I look at the Cardinals, they don't look like they're lost out there. They're competing. Absolutely. But like you said, a lot of it, Kyler Murray, you got to do your thing. You got to do your thing, man. But I'm over on the Cardinals too. Definitely over on the Cardinals. Los Angeles Rams over under 9.5 wins.
This one for me was tricky. I'm going to take the under. And I think, to me, it's because Matthew Stafford has a back injury that just came out. That's something you don't fuck with. And if they don't have a good offensive line, you can have all the wide receivers you want. If you can't protect your quarterback, he's not going to last. And if he doesn't last, they have Jimmy Garoppolo who can, that can step in. But we saw Jimmy G in fucking Las Vegas Raiders with Devontae Adams. Now he'll have Puka and he'll have Sean McVay. So I do expect him to play a little bit better if he were to step in. But I'm not fucking with no back injury. I've had a back injury, and that ain't nothing to fuck with.
My fault.
That really ain't nothing to fuck with. So to me, like, I have under here, and I'm not really high on the Rams, regardless if they got Devontae Adams. My thing is like, yeah, they had Puka there, but Cooper Kupp was fucking awesome for the Rams. It's kind of hard to replace that kind of production that he had while he was there, albeit last season was a bad year for him. But what Cooper Kupp was for the Rams, that is hard to replicate.
It's fucking Triple Crown one.
That's what I'm saying. That's hard to replicate. I know you, and they do have somebody with, in Puka that could definitely be that guy. But to me, when you got your star quarterback and a shaky offensive line with a back injury, it spells trouble for me. I'm going under. Surprisingly, I'm going under.
All right. So for the Rams, I have under 9.5 wins. And now look, I know the whole thing came out with Matthew Stafford and his back injury. But before that even came out, and this line was already out at 9.5, I was already at under. How the fuck did the Rams win 10 games last year? You add Devontae Adams. You have a young defense that played well in Philly. They're coming back this year, so they should be a little bit better. And your win total went down a half a game. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Again, taking over on that Rams line is a sucker bet. 1,000%. And anybody that gambles and actually knows what the fuck they're doing understands that. It's the same exact thing I said about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing I said about the Cowboys, bro. That is under all day long.
Yep.
All day. San Francisco 49ers over under 10.5 wins.
This is one of my favorite bets of the season. This is over. I think this team is primed for a comeback. I love them to win the division. I expect Brock Purdy to lead this team to the NFC Championship game. Anything less, I would be disappointed. Because
what'd you just say?
I think this team has. I said I expect Brock Purdy to lead this team to the NFC Championship game. I expect that. Like you said, he got paid all this money, right? He got paid all this money. They have their guys coming back, CMC. They got a fucking, what's his name coming back? Ayuk, Pearsall. They got weapons over there. George Kittle, he's the best tight end in the league. Everybody tells me. So yeah, they got weapons over there in San Francisco. So I expect them to go pretty far. Absolutely. This team is going to be well over the 10.5.
Okay. So San Francisco 49ers. I was just telling you about the Rams with the over and under shit. I have now I'm going to take the sucker bet here because the 49ers are not winning more than 10.5 games.
That's crazy.
I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think they're old. I think their defense got weaker. I don't think they have enough weapons around Purdy on the offensive side as far as wide receivers. I just don't. I don't fucking see it. And look, maybe I am a sucker on that because that line's high as shit. And that even goes into the Rams thing I was just talking about. How in the world do the Niners sit at 10.5 and the Rams are at 9.5? What is that?
I think you're dead wrong about the Niners, bro.
I think you're dead wrong.
Fair. But like when I look at their schedule, bro, it's really cupcake. And I expect them to absolutely possibly win 12 games.
If they go under 10.5 wins, you think it's a problem?
No, I think they'll just have to retool. And I think they'll be back.
Though with Brock?
Yeah, why not? They paid him for that. He went to the Super Bowl.
But how do you retool?
Well, they have to address the wide receiver.
That's exactly what I was asking about.
I think that would probably be the address, the thing I would address. That and, obviously defense. Defense is going to matter. That's what the Niners are.
I know.
They played hard. They play good defense. They run the ball. They control the clock and they score. It's what they do. And that's why they're hard to beat. So to me, like, I think they'll get back to it, but I definitely think they're going to hit 10.5. Like, I think they're going to crush that. Yeah, their schedule alone is just, to me, it's favorable. So like, I look at their schedule and I don't see 5 or 6 losses at all, no matter who you think. Like even if they lost to the Rams twice, I don't see 5 losses.
The Cardinals are coming.
Maybe. I just, it's hard. I'm not betting on Kyler Murray.
I got you.
I'm just not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm going to take Kyle Shanahan and his ways of coaching, and I'm going to bank on that.
Yeah.
Because I think he's an awesome coach. I think he can get his team to where they need to go, whatever their ceiling is.
He just can't win it.
But
he gets a pass too, man. That's why I hate this 49. That's why I don't like the 49ers.
Yeah, but that might be a pick that I don't know. I think you're gonna come back on and be like, man, I can't believe I missed on that.
Oh no, hell no. I'm gonna be asking you like, yo, what the fuck was you thinking? What were you thinking, bro?
Over, bro.
Seattle Seahawks over under 7.5 wins, bro. I gotta be honest here, man. I got under. Like I do not believe in Sam Darnold. I do not believe in Jalen Millsap. Like I just don't, bro. Call it what it is. I don't. Or Jalen Milroe. I'm thinking of
Jalen Millsap is fucking crazy. I'm sitting there like, who the fuck is that?
I was thinking of Paul Millsap.
I was getting ready to Google him.
I was thinking of Paul Millsap from the Hawks.
Jalen Millsap is insane.
Jalen Milroe. Yeah, my fault. Nah, but I don't expect the Seahawks to go anywhere, bro. Like at all.
I was getting ready to Google him, dude. I was like, who the fuck is that?
My man. I caught that on afterwards. I don't know why I said that, but I'm totally out on the Seahawks, bro. I don't think they're like. My thing is you lost Geno. You still didn't address your offensive line. Your offensive line is trash. You're going to put Sam Darnold back there. Like I'm cool on that. Last year with Sam Darnold, bro, he didn't magically learn how to play fucking football.
Let's look at the bigger picture here, Mike. They won 10 games last year. I got under here. And to me, it's not even a question.
Okay,
Seattle got rid of Geno, DK, and Tyler Lockett. They replaced them with Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp, who Cooper Kupp is 32 years old. So you got older at the position. So to me, it's like this is under. Period. End of story. There's no way in hell they're winning more than 8 games. They're not. Or I'm sorry, 7 games. They're not winning 8 games at all.
There's no way.
There's under. They just completely changed their entire scope. They got worse at quarterback, and I think they got worse at the wide receiver position. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, they led there for a long time. And now you're getting Cooper Kupp, who's 32. I don't know. You saw him last year. He wasn't the same shifty receiver.
There's a reason the Rams got right.
He wasn't getting much separation, and that's what he was good at.
They weren't even throwing him the ball.
He was non-existent. Puka was the guy. And that's how they ran their offense. So to me, I think they got worse on offense under.
Who do you have winning this division?
49ers all day.
I got the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals win the NFC West. I'm dead fucking serious.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm dead serious, bro. Like it's just a feeling, dude. Like I just do. I think the Cardinals pulled out because I think, like for me, the reason I have the Cardinals winning the division is like I look at the Rams. I don't trust that over under 9.5 number. I just don't. That's an under for me all day long. San Francisco 49ers. I got them under 10.5. Like I don't see that. I'm not high on the 49ers. And I know they have an easy schedule. I just don't believe in them. Like what makes me believe in them? What would make me do that after what I saw, the way they went out last season? Like, you lost Debo in that. Like, yeah, you're getting CMC back, but what is CMC? And then Seattle, I mean, we ain't even got to talk about them. Seattle's going to be trash.
It's crazy because I changed my stance on the Rams. I thought they would be really good. They were pretty high on my power rankings, but after that back injury notification from
That's fucked
Stafford,
up too
that's
with that win number.
I don't like it.
With that over and under.
Who do you think makes the playoffs within this division?
Whoever wins the division.
That's it. Just one.
Whoever wins the division.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I got the Niners. I think I got the Niners, but I think the Rams are going to win 9 games. Like I said, I think they're going to win 9 games.
Yeah.
They're going to be 9-8. They could definitely get into the wild card as a 7 seed, maybe. I'm gonna stick my guns here. I think the Rams miss here.
Miss the playoffs?
I do. It's just a weird hunch that I have. I don't like the quarterback having a bad back injury before the season. That's going to linger the entire fucking season.
And like for me,
it is, bro. It's going to linger the entire season. It takes a long time to rehab. You're not supposed to be.
They were giving a dude an epidural.
And that's
what they give pregnant women.
Bro, listen. If he gets hit in the wrong spot, you ain't seeing Matthew Spat. He might be done for good. Like I don't think he comes back. He might retire after that. If he gets the wrong shot,
a helmet in
on his back, you can kiss him goodbye, dude, for real. And
I like the reason I'm the same way though. Like the reason I think the Cardinals win the NFC West is just basically it's just a feeling. Yeah. Like I said, with the Rams, the Matthew Stafford injury, along with that over/under win number, the Niners, I don't believe in. Seattle's going to be trash, and like you alluded to a little bit ago with the Cardinals, man. Like Kyler, you could play a little bit. Show me. You have James Conner. You have Marvin Harrison Jr. Mm-hmm. You have Trey McBride. You have pieces there.
Yeah, there's no.
It's time to put the fuck up or shut up. Period.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. All right, AFC West, Denver Broncos over or under 9.5 wins.
I got over. I think this Broncos team is going to be really special. I think they can possibly win 11 games this year. I think this team is going to be really, really good. Bo Nix is coming off a really good rookie season quietly because Jaden Daniels took the spotlight. The kid had 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns. He's in his second year with Sean Payton. They just signed Cortland Sutton. He's happy. They signed Evan Ingram in the offseason. I mean, that's a great addition. So to me, like I feel like Denver definitely improved in the offseason, and I think they're only going to keep the momentum forward this season. I got over.
I don't know, man. I'm so back and forth on Denver, dude. That Bo Nix actually statistically had a better season than Jaden Daniels. He just didn't go as far, so it got overshadowed. But his numbers were better than Jaden Daniels. I think he had more yards passing.
You might be right on that.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I'm going to say under for the Broncos. I could see them being 9-8. I could see them being 9-8. I feel like everybody is talking about the Broncos, and it just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And I'm not a Sean Payton person. Like, I know he can coach a little bit. I just can't fucking stand him. I cannot stand that smug fucking dude. I can't, and I never will. I never liked him when he was with the Saints. But yeah, I'm saying under here. I got him around 9-8.
Wow.
Chiefs over or under 11.5.
This was tough, dude, because I think this is a high-ass line for a team that just got blown out in the Super Bowl and a lot of question marks with Rashee Rice and everything. I'm going to take the over. I'm not betting against this motherfucker, man. Like, I'm just not doing it. Look, they start off with a tough schedule. They got a tough schedule to start. But the last 8 games, they played the Broncos twice. They played the Colts, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Titans, the Chargers, and the Raiders. Like, I definitely think they could run the table the last 8 games if the Broncos aren't what they are advertised coming into the season. But I could definitely see them, rattling off 8 wins right there. It's just, to me, it's how will they start the season? Is Rashee Rice going to be out, and that's really going to affect them? I don't know. Is Travis Kelce really, really like a step, slower? Who knows? I mean, he's getting older. Chris Jones is getting older. So I don't know, man. Like, but I still have over because Andy Reid figures it out. No matter what, they still have Xavier Worthy. They still have Hollywood Brown. They should be able to get over 11.5 wins. I'm going to take over here.
All right. Can I be honest here about the Chiefs over under 11.5 wins? Way the fuck over. This team is being so slept on. It's like Patrick Mahomes doesn't even exist. It's literally, it's really mind blowing to me what the fuck is going on. The Chiefs are going to be awesome. They're always awesome. They won 15 games last year. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? It's the Chiefs. Like, I don't understand what all these analysts and all these people are talking about with the Chiefs falling off this year. The Chiefs are going to be fucking
They got a
good,
tough
man.
schedule though, Mike.
But bro, you have the best quarterback in football, with the best head coach in football, the best defensive coordinator in football. What fucking more can you ask for?
Well, I rattled off the last 8 games. Maybe the Broncos and the Chargers will probably give them the hardest games out of the last 8. Let's go through the first 9.
Yeah.
Right? They start off in the Chargers. They got to travel. It's out of the country, I believe.
Yeah, Chargers
That game.
fucking with them.
I don't know. Chargers are they can. Absolutely. If Rasheed Rice ain't there, absolutely. The Chargers have a shot.
Not with Justin
Then
Herbert.
they play the Eagles. Then they play the Giants. Then they play the Ravens, Jags.
Whoa, what'd you just say?
What?
They play you said they played they play the Chargers?
I'll start over. They play the Chargers week 1.
Then they play the Birds.
They play the Birds week 2.
We beat the brakes off of them motherfuckers, man. That was amazing.
Exactly. Then they play the Giants week 3.
And then who's after that?
The Ravens.
That Giants game is a problem. I'm calling it right the fuck now on August 6th.
It's in New York too.
It is in New York. It is, and they play home against Philly.
But if they start, just say if they start off 1-1, there's some sense of urgency because the Chiefs are so used to winning almost every game. So to me, if they start off 0-2 or 1-1, they're gonna smoke the balls off the Giants, bro.
Here's the thing: the first 4 games of the year, just off of that's 4 very, very tough front 7 defenses.
Agreed.
So you have the Chargers where you're going to take some licks.
Yep.
Then they're home against Philly, right?
Yeah, they're home against Philly.
Then they go to New York. It's in New York. Then they have a showdown with the Ravens, and that game is very early and it's very important for seeding, especially if the Ravens fall week 1 to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to be a 3-way run between them. That Giants game for the Chiefs is a fucking accident waiting to happen.
Wow, I like that. Then they go to Jacksonville week 5. Then they play the Lions at home week 6, Raiders week 7 at home, and then they play the Commanders in week 8, and then they play the Bills week 9 in Buffalo.
That's a loss.
So Commanders are a tough game. The Lions will be a tough game. Although I think the Chiefs will win that game. I'm just saying.
They look sloppy, dog.
I think the Raiders are going to be tough. I think the Chiefs are going to beat them, but I think the Raiders are going to be annoying.
Raiders are going to be good.
And then you got the Commanders and the Bills. Like, those are 2 hard games. So, like, to me, the Chiefs got potential losses to completely, if they start off the season with 5 losses in the first 9 games, do you think that's possible?
They're 4-5.
What's potential losses, do you think?
Potential
I think the Eagles
losses.
are potential losses. I think the Chargers opening game.
Well, just say that.
Loss.
So Chargers,
yes,
Eagles, Ravens, Commanders, and Bills.
5.
So 5 potential losses.
Yeah. And then maybe you go to the back half and we're looking at the Broncos twice. Say they split. There's 6 potential losses. And then I don't see another loss. They play the Texans.
I just can't see the Chiefs going into week 9 at 5-4.
Me for 4-5.
There's no
I don't
way.
either.
Excuse me, 4-5. There's just no way.
I think if they were to get out of the first 9 games at 6-3, look the fuck out.
I could see that.
Look out because they might get the number 1 seed again.
Yeah.
And
I'm telling you, all eyes are on that Baltimore game. That game is very, very, very important.
It is going to be important.
Unless the Chargers come out of nowhere, which they could.
Absolutely.
They could, but we both got over for the Chiefs, and I don't think it's a question. I really don't. I think if you're taking the under, I think you're being a hater. I mean, you're being foolish, and I'm not even going to do that. I give respect when respect is given. Well,
they got the best. They got the best 2 combination in the league: the quarterback and the head coach.
The most important.
It's not even a question. Like, them 2 together beat anybody in the league
except Jalen and Nick.
I'm just saying those 2.
Last time
they're better. They're the best combination.
It's not even a question
in the league. It's not even a question. So to me, it's like,
honestly,
I'm not betting against that. I've seen
Lamar,
Brady and Belichick for decades. I'm not going against it.
Lamar, even if you put Justin Herbert's ass over there with Andy Reid, Jalen
Absolutely.
Hurts could go over there and pop. It's just, you see what I mean? He got to do foolish shit, man. He's such a hater, bro. Iceman in episode 2, yo, fuck you, bro. Las Vegas Raiders over under 6.5.
The Acco Raiders are going over, baby. This is it. This is it, man. They're going over. I got them winning 8 games. I think they're going to start off hot and then they're going to fade off and do Raiders shit. I really do. That's how I'm going to assess this team. They're going to start off hot. They're going to catch people off guard because they do have talent. I think they got talent on that team, but I think they're going to fade off and just do Raider type of shit, and that's just going to be how they unfold.
Nah, you were a few years early on the Raiders, bro. I think that Raiders blow out this 6.5 win thing, bro. You upgraded fucking massively at quarterback, probably more than any other team in the NFL, to be honest with you. You had that. You upgraded a head coach massively with Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Massively. Like that alone. You got Brock Bowers in year 2. The offensive line is way better than Seattle, which is going to really help Geno Smith, who already played well last year behind that dog shit offensive line. You drafted Trey Johnson, who's apparently he's looking good out of camp. I love the Raiders this year. I think the Raiders are a really fun team to watch.
Yeah, they are.
And I think they're going to be hell for people that are fighting for divisions.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think they're going to be annoying. I think they're going to win 8 games though. How many games you got them winning?
8 to 10. 8 or 9. I'll probably say 8 I'm comfortable with. They could fuck around. You catch a team off guard or something like that. You could 100% do that, man. Like, you know how I am with Pete Carroll.
It's funny, dude, because when I look at their schedule, man, it screams like playoff team. Like, I feel like they could absolutely squeak in. Like,
hold on. Let me.
I really do.
All right, let's see. Week 1, Raiders at Patriots. Dub. Raiders at Chargers. They're 1-1. They lose to the Chargers. Lose to the Commanders, 1-2. Beat the Bears, 2-2.
Agreed.
Beat the Colts, 3-2. Beat the Titans, 4-2.
Yep.
Just say lose to the Chiefs, 4-3. Beat the Jags, 5-3. Beat the Broncos, 6-3. Lose to the Cowboys, 6-4. Beat the Browns, 7-4. Beat the Chargers, 8-4. Lose to the Broncos, 8-5. Lose to the Eagles, 8-6. Lose to the Texans, 8-7. Beat the Giants, 9-7.
And then this is going to be their playoff game.
They beat the Chiefs, they're 10-7. I could absolutely see the Raiders being 10-7.
They can make the playoffs.
They absolutely can.
They absolutely can. Now, look,
the schedule allows it.
The schedule allows it. And,
if they win the games they're supposed to win and they sneak out, they could steal two.
New England's going to be tough week 1.
Correct. But
I do think that.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough because New England plays really good defense.
Yeah. And they're home.
And
it's Mike Vrabel's first game. That stadium's going to be fucking rocking. But if they sneak out a win there, that's important.
Yeah, because they play the Chargers the following week. And the Chargers, they might be 0-1 after week 1 when they play the Chiefs. So they're going to be dying for their first win too.
Unless the Chargers are 1-0 and they're riding high.
Could be.
And then you just fall a little bit. Divisional rival.
Could happen. Absolutely.
Like that.
Back-to-back division.
Yeah,
games.
I wouldn't. I'm not dead. I'm not asleep on the Raiders. I think the Raiders could do a little bit.
I think they're a sneaky playoff team.
Yeah.
Like
a sneaky
6.5 wins is crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's so low for this team, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I know it's the Raiders. And I know their history the last decade or so, but this team is
bro. You got a real coach here. You got a real coach here. You got a real coach here and a real quarterback.
I do question the wide receivers. I don't know if they have enough on the outside. I know they have
Jacoby Myers and Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson, the rookie.
Oh,
is it not Trey Johnson? Am I saying the wrong fucking name? Trey Tucker. Excuse me.
And then apparently that one guy, Dante Thornton Jr. is getting a lot of buzz in camp. So
yeah, he's on my radar.
I don't know. We'll see. And then they got Ashton Ginty. They got Raheem.
Oh my God, I forgot about Ashton Ginty.
Guess who they got?
Raheem. Do they really?
Yeah, Raheem Mostert.
I totally forgot about Genty. I'm a fucking idiot. My bad.
They got Genty. So yeah. I think this team is definitely going to win more than 6.5 games. They're actually one of my favorite bets too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Love it. Last one. Los Angeles Chargers over under 9.5 wins.
I got over. I think everybody in this division is going to hit their overs. And I think they're going to be the only division in my rankings that's going to be overs. I just think that the Chargers, to me, it's put up or shut up. I'm trusting Jim Harbaugh's culture. I think he brings discipline. I think he brings a better run game. Look, he has some personnel losses on defense and wide receiver and whatnot, but to me, they got Keenan Allen back. Ladd McConkey's in his second year. I just think that Justin Herbert is is really fucking good, and I think that he could definitely lead these teams. He could lead them to over 10 wins. Like I just think that it's time.
I got the Chargers over 9.5 wins, dude. You know how I feel about Jim Harbaugh. I absolutely love the dude. I think they're a smash mouth team. They got attitude. They got energy. You got Herbert. Ooh, I don't know, bro. Herbert's supposed to be like that. I like, if he's going to break through, you got to break through. I mean, it's very fucking simple. But either way, the Chargers are winning 9.5 games. I mean, winning over 9.5 games. I got to be honest here. If I'm wrong on the Broncos under 9.5 and right about the Raiders, this could be the first division where all 4 teams make the playoffs.
I thought about that too, because like I think it's interesting because I love Denver. I have Kansas City over. I got the Raiders over, and I got the Chargers over. So there's going to be more than one team make the playoffs for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, do I have the balls to say they're all going to make it? Well, that's tough because now I'm banking on the Raiders to actually make the playoffs.
But all 3 of them made it. 3 of them made it last year. The Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos.
Because you got to understand, like you got Baltimore, you got Cincinnati in the same division. So if they all make it, well, then one of those teams are gone.
And Pittsburgh.
2 of those teams are gone. Pittsburgh, the Ravens, and the Bengals are gone.
No, that's 3.
So that's 3. The AFC is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
No matter how you slice it. I mean, you love the Jaguars this year.
The
Texans. So what? Those teams are.
Oh yeah, they're
going to miss, dude.
Yeah, the AFC.
You're running out of room.
You got to win. You probably got to win 11 games to make the playoffs this year.
I would bank on Cincinnati to make the playoffs over the Raiders. I mean, I'm not going to be naive here, but it's interesting.
The AFC from weeks like 14 to 17 are going to be fun as shit.
You got Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We
making it.
Somebody's going to be bounced out.
Steel curtain. We going there.
Somebody's legacy is going to take a hit.
Black and yellow.
And that's just what it's going to be. It's either going to be Justin Herbert. It's either going to be, I don't think if Bo Nix misses the playoffs, I don't think it hurts him at all.
Nah, I'm with you.
So in this division, I think the 2 quarterbacks that would, hurt their legacy would be Mahomes and Herbert.
If Herbert misses the fucking playoffs,
it could happen. It could definitely happen. I don't see why it couldn't.
Yeah,
it couldn't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers to make the playoffs. I'm not there with the Raiders yet. I think they have momentum going into next season. But this year, I think a lot has to happen for them to make the playoffs. Yeah. They have to win all their winnable games, and they do Raider type of shit, and I ain't banking on it.
But Tom Brady and Pete Carroll.
Yeah, but Tom Brady ain't playing. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, that's because he's there. It doesn't mean they're going to be good.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right.
So who do you got making the playoffs?
Chargers and Chiefs.
So only 2 of them.
Yeah, Chargers and Chiefs. Because I don't think I have the Broncos under 9.5 wins, and I don't think 9 wins in the AFC does it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. The Pittsburgh Steelers improved. Whether you like Aaron Rodgers or not, they're better than they were last year. Fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is the Bengals again this year. Like it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun because, like I said, I think somebody's legacy is going to take another hit.
Yeah.
Like if Joe Burrow misses the playoffs again, I mean,
he's done.
Then we got to have a way different conversation here, bro, because, Oh,
we call that 395 out of 499. Super Bowl MVP.
I like it. I love it.
All right. Well, that concludes episode 248. We'll be back next Wednesday, I believe, because I have a fantasy draft Tuesday.
Yeah, man. We fed the streets on this fucking episode. That's for sure.
So we'll be back.
Peace. Appreciate y'all. We caps lock different.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad